Have you ever found yourself maybe scrolling through social media, you see someone doing something they clearly love, and you think, could I actually turn my own passion, my talent, into a real income stream?
Yeah, that feeling is so common now, isn't it? That pull towards flexibility, towards building something really your own.
Exactly,
Yeah.
especially when it involves a creative skill. It
hmm
feels like it's about more than just, earning money. It's about crafting a life that really aligns with who you are. Okay, so let's unpack this today. We are taking a deep dive into a topic that honestly many of you might have thought about, maybe even, dipped a toe into already. The really vibrant, incredibly diverse world of beauty services as a side hustle.
hmm
We've got some excellent material to guide us here, a fantastic resource that really lays out everything. I mean, from those first foundational steps, the legal stuff, right through to long-term growth, and importantly, how to actually enjoy the journey.
And what's truly compelling here, I think, is that it's not just framed as making money, it's deeper. It's about marrying that genuine passion, that artistry and connection with skills that are genuinely in high demand.
Right.
So our mission today really is to distill this guide into key actionable insights. We want to go beyond just the surface level, help you understand the real potential, the practical details, the strategies you need to actually enter and succeed in this field.
Yeah.
And maybe most importantly, explore why this path might matter for someone looking for both, solid profit and that deeper sense of personal fulfillment.
Absolutely. So whether you're maybe dreaming of a full career change way down the line, or perhaps you're just looking to add a pretty substantial extra income stream, on your own terms,
hmm
or maybe even just exploring new skill set that could open up some really unexpected doors. This deep dive should give you a shortcut to being incredibly well informed. We're going to cover everything from the detailed requirements, the legal bits people often miss,
Yeah, those are crucial.
to the smart marketing tactics, strategies for keeping it going long term. And yeah, we'll even look at some really inspiring real world examples to see what's actually possible. Okay, let's start with the basic appeal. Why this particular side hustle? Our source kicks right off, describing beauty services as, and I quote, a highly profitable and in-demand side hustle.
Strong start.
Yeah, and it stresses the huge range of services, too. It's not just one thing. We're talking intricate hairstyling, makeup artistry, meticulous nail care, skincare treatments, waxing, lashes, brows. The list just goes on. It's a massive landscape.
It really is incredibly diverse, and that's definitely part of its strength. And let's dig into that in-demand aspect a bit more. Why are these services always sought after?
Good question.
Well, fundamentally, they tap into something universal, right? That desire to look good, feel good, boost confidence, maybe mark a special occasion. Think about everyday personal care, self-care becoming so important.
Right, the wellness angle.
Exactly. And then all the events, weddings, proms, job interviews, photo shoots, even just a nice night out. People consistently invest in feeling good about their appearance. It gives them an emotional lift.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not just vanity.
Not at all. And this consistent demand means there's a steady stream of potential clients. It's not really a fleeting trend. It's kind of foundational to self-expression, confidence, feeling good. It rides out economic ups and downs pretty well, actually.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting, especially for anyone thinking about flexibility, doing things their way with a side hustle. The guide says you can offer services in a salon, a spa, or, and this is key, as mobile service.
Precisely. And that mobile option, that really changes the game for entrepreneurs, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, traditionally, you needed a physical place, right? A salon. That means big upfront costs, rent, utilities, equipment, maybe staff.
Yeah, a huge investment.
But mobile services, they flip that script. You get incredible flexibility. You're not tied to one location's foot traffic. You can go to clients all over, reach a much broader base.
People who are busy maybe can't travel easily.
Exactly, or just prefer the comfort of their own home. And the overheads, usually much, much lower than renting space. It makes getting started way less risky, much more accessible. You literally bring the salon to them. That's a huge selling point today.
Yeah, convenience is king.
Hmm.
And it probably means you can set your hours more easily, too, fit it around other things.
Definitely. More autonomy.
So, given all this, the demand, the flexibility, who is this really ideal for? The source points to individuals with a passion for beauty and a desire to help others look and feel their best. Sounds simple, but that passion word feels really important here.
Oh, it's absolutely critical. Maybe the single most important factor for sticking with it and succeeding long term. Let's think about why passion matters so much in a service business like this, one that's so personal.
Right.
Genuine passion, it shows, it translates directly into, well, better service, more attention to detail, wanting to constantly get better at your craft, and just a more authentic, enjoyable experience for the client.
You can tell when someone loves what they do.
Totally. It comes across in their energy, how meticulous they are, their commitment to making sure the client is genuinely happy, not just, satisfied. And that builds trust like nothing else. It leads to amazing client loyalty and those priceless word-of-mouth referrals.
Right. It's not just a transaction then.
Exactly. It becomes more of a personal, sometimes even transformative experience for the client. They feel cared for. And that creates a loyal following that honestly, money just can't buy.
Okay, so let's say you're intrigued. You've got that passion, that drive to make people feel great. What's actually next? Our sources are really clear. There are 3 absolute non-negotiables you have to sort out before you even think about booking that first client.
Foundational stuff.
Yeah. Mastering your skills, getting the right equipment, and really digging into the licensing and certifications. You can't just wing this part.
No, absolutely not. These 3 things are the bedrock. Without them, you're building on sand. You risk your reputation, you risk legal trouble, you risk unhappy clients. It's about being truly prepared to operate professionally and safely. Skipping steps here is just asking for trouble.
Okay, let's break down skills first.
Yeah.
The guide hammers home proficiency in the specific beauty services you plan to offer. What does that really mean? It's obviously not just knowing the basics, right? Sounds like you need real competence, maybe even mastery.
Yeah, proficiency is key. If we connect this back, your skills are your product. They're what people are paying for. This isn't like a hobby where good enough is okay. You're directly impacting how someone looks and feels.
Right, high stakes.
Very. So proficiency means you've learned the techniques, maybe through school, an apprenticeship, online courses, whatever. But crucially, you've practiced them a lot. Enough to get consistent, high-quality, aesthetically pleasing results. You need to understand different hair types, skin types, face shapes, color theory, all those nuances. But here's something fascinating and maybe a bit overlooked sometimes. The source puts huge emphasis on good communication and interpersonal skills right alongside the technical stuff.
Ah, the soft skills.
Exactly. And it raises a key question. Why are those soft skills just as vital, maybe even more vital, in this industry?
Well, I guess it's very personal. People talk, share things.
Precisely. Clients share personal stuff. They might have vague ideas of what they want. They're putting their appearance in your hands that's vulnerable. Good communication builds trust instantly. It helps you truly understand what they want, even if they can't quite articulate it. It lets you manage their expectations.
Avoid misunderstandings.
Totally. Active listening, empathy, patience, making someone feel comfortable. These are just as important as knowing how to hold the scissors or apply the makeup. And equally foundational, the source highlights an understanding of hygiene and safety standards. This isn't optional, it's imperative, legally, ethically.
Yeah, you hear horror stories.
Exactly. You're working in close contact using tools on skin and hair. Clients need to feel 100% confident you're following strict hygiene protocols, proper sterilization, disinfection, preventing cross-contamination, safe chemical handling. A single slip-up can cause infections, health risks, and boom, your reputation is gone. It's the absolute baseline of trust.
Okay, so skills nailed down. Then you need the gear. Our guide specifies quality beauty tools and products. Mentions the obvious like brushes, styling tools, nail kits, skincare stuff. But it also adds a comfortable and professional setup is also essential.
Right, and this is a critical investment. It affects your work and the client's experience. Let's unpack the why behind quality. It's not just about making your job easier, though it does.
How does it impact the client?
Directly. Think about a cheap curling iron versus a pro one. The pro tool heats evenly, glides smoothly, causes less damage, creates a better, longer-lasting style. Quality products often perform better, have better ingredients, cause fewer reactions, give more visible results. It all adds up to a better outcome and the client feeling like they got real value.
Makes sense. You get what you pay for. Applies to the tools too.
Absolutely. And that point about a comfortable and professional setup, that's key, even if you're mobile. Professionalism is in the details. Maybe it's a comfortable portable chair, good lighting, like a ring light.
Oh, yes, the ring light.
Essential for mobile. A clean, organized work area, maybe even some nice music. Little things that elevate the experience beyond just the service itself. It shows you care, builds trust, makes it feel special.
Okay, now the big one. The one that probably scares people. Licensing. Our source says check local regulations. That sounds daunting. What does it really involve and what happens if you ignore it?
Yeah, it can feel daunting, but ignoring it is a massive risk. So, what's the risk of not checking, honestly? It could kill your business before it starts. Fines, shutdowns, legal action if something goes wrong.
Yikes.
Seriously, licenses and certifications aren't just red tape. They exist to protect consumers, ensure safety, maintain professional standards. Operating without the right ones can lead to huge penalties. Plus, no insurance will cover you if you're operating illegally. You'd be personally liable for everything.
Okay, so definitely don't skip this.
Definitely not. And the guide points out something important. Some services may require specific training and certification. It's not always the same requirement for everything.
Okay, so it depends on what you offer.
Exactly. Cutting hair, doing chemical treatments like color or perms, advanced skincare, those almost always require a full state cosmetology or esthetician license. That means hundreds, maybe thousands of hours of school and passing state exams.
Right, big commitment.
But simpler makeup application for events, maybe some basic nail services, the rules might be different. Less stringent, maybe even no specific state license needed, but it depends entirely on your city, your county, and your state. Mobile services might have their own specific rules too.
So how do you find out for sure?
Due diligence is key. You have to proactively contact your local city hall, your county clerk, the state licensing board for cosmetology or whatever applies. Ask them directly. I want to offer these specific services, potentially mobile. What exactly do I need? It takes time, yeah, but it's way less painful than the consequences of getting it wrong.
Okay, fantastic. So you've laid that solid groundwork. Skills are sharp, equipment's ready, you've figured out the licensing maze.
Yeah.
Now, how do you actually start building the business itself? Our source breaks this down into 3 really practical first steps.
Yeah, like a blueprint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First, clearly identifying your services.
Okay.
Second, creating a proper business plan. And third, actually setting up the formal business stuff.
Right. These steps move you from just having an idea to having a real functioning operation. It's about making sure your passion project is actually viable, organized, and set up for success right from the start. Skipping these can cause real problems later.
So, step 1, identify your services. This is where you get specific. The guide says, determine the types of beauty services you want to offer, listing examples like hairstyling, makeup, nails, waxing, etc. But then it adds this crucial advice. Focus on your areas of expertise and passion. That feels important.
Oh, it's more than important. It's strategic. That dual focus expertise and passion. Why is that so vital right at the beginning?
Yeah, why not offer everything?
Well, trying to be a jack of all trades, especially when starting out, can really dilute your efforts. Think about it. Mastering intricate bridal hair and advanced skincare and complex nail art, it's tough to be truly excellent at everything. Your training gets spread thin, your equipment costs balloon, and your marketing message gets confusing.
Right. Who are you targeting then?
Exactly. But if you focus, say, specialize in makeup for photo shoots, or maybe textured hair cutting, or therapeutic pedicures,
Yeah.
you can really hone those specific skills, invest in the right specialized gear, and market yourself as the expert in that niche.
Become the go-to person for that specific thing.
Precisely. That makes you way more attractive to clients looking for that specific expertise. It builds a stronger reputation faster, often lets you command better prices, and leads to happier clients who got exactly what they wanted. You master that one area much quicker, too.
Okay, focus makes sense. Then step 2, create a business plan. Now, this might sound a bit corporate for a side hustle, but the guide insists it's vital. Outline your services, pricing, target market, and marketing strategies, and decide on your operating model, salon, chair rental, mobile.
Yeah, business plan can sound intimidating, but it's absolutely vital, even for a side hustle. Think of it less like a formal document for investors and more like your personal GPS, your strategic roadmap.
Okay, so what needs to be in this roadmap? Pricing first.
Pricing is critical early on, yes. It affects your profit, obviously, but also how clients perceive your value and where you sit in the market. Price too low, you might undervalue yourself, struggle to cover costs, attract clients who only care about cheapness. Too high without justification, you scare people off.
Tricky balance.
It is. You need to really think about your expertise level, your costs, including products, travel time if you're mobile, insurance, ongoing training, your desired income, and what your target market will actually pay. Look at competitors, sure, but know your own value. Maybe offer packages or different tiers.
And then defining that target market, how does that help?
Knowing exactly who your ideal client is beyond just anyone needing beauty services changes everything. Are they busy execs needing evening slots? Brides? Seniors needing accessible services? students. Once you know who they are, their lifestyle, their needs, where they hang out online and offline, it guides everything else.
Like your marketing.
Your marketing, your service offerings, your pricing, even your brand's look and feel. You can't effectively market to everyone. You need to speak directly to your people.
And that operating decision salon, chair rental, mobile, that sounds pretty fundamental too.
Oh, hugely. It defines your whole setup, your startup costs, your day-to-day. Renting a chair gives you a ready-made environment, maybe some walk-ins, but costs money. You have less control maybe.
Right. Mobile offers that flexibility and lower overhead.
But means travel time, needing a great portable setup, disciplined scheduling, working from home, need to check zoning, market yourself differently to draw people to you. Each model has big pros and cons that shape your entire business plan.
Okay. And finally, step 3, set up your business. This is the practical stuff, registering, licenses, accounting, and branding, logo, cards, website, social media.
Right. This is where you make it official, make it professional, even if it starts small. Proper registration, like an LLC maybe, offers some legal protection, builds credibility, helps with getting insurance or a business bank account.
And the accounting.
Non-negotiable from day one. Track every penny in and out. Use software like QuickBooks Self-Employed or FreshBooks. It makes taxes easier, shows you if you're actually profitable, helps you make smart decisions. It turns your passion into a real transparent business, not just a hobby that makes a bit of cash.
And the branding part, logo, website, social media. Why is that visual identity so crucial in beauty?
Because in beauty, appearance is everything, right? Your brand, visuals, your logo, your card design, your Instagram feed, your website, they're the first impression. They instantly communicate your style, your quality, your attention to detail before anyone even books you.
Ah, sets the expectation.
Exactly, especially online. High-quality photos and videos are essential. They're your portfolio. People need to see your work, grasp your aesthetic, imagine themselves getting that result. It needs to look as polished and appealing as the services you provide. Consistency across everything builds a strong, memorable brand.
All right. The business is officially set up. Foundation solid. Plan is in place. Brand looks great. Now, how do you actually get people in the door or get yourself into their doors if you're mobile? Finding those first clients, keeping them coming, this is where it gets real.
Yeah, this is absolutely the lifeblood. Client acquisition and, just as importantly, client retention, especially in beauty where repeat business and referrals are huge. Our source gives 3 really solid interconnected strategies here.
Okay, what are they?
A strong online presence, smart networking, and targeted local advertising. They really work together. You can't just rely on one.
Makes sense. Let's start with the online presence. It's 2025, kind of unavoidable. The guide says create a professional website and social media profiles, but it stresses using high-quality photos of your work.
And that's the key differentiator, isn't it? The power of visual proof in this industry is just massive. Before and afters, gorgeous shots of finished styles, flawless makeup. That's what grabs attention. It's tangible evidence of your skill.
Your portfolio, basically.
Exactly. Your website is like your home base online, all the info, services, prices, booking, contacts, your 204/7 digital receptionist.
And social media, like Instagram, TikTok.
Perfect for showcasing the visuals dynamically. Short videos, tutorials, behind-the-scenes stuff, client selfies. It builds credibility, lets people see your style, connect with you. But it's not just about posting pretty pictures. You need to engage, respond, show you're active and dedicated.
Right. It builds trust before they even meet you.
Totally. They can browse your work, get a feel for your vibe, decide if you're the right fit for them.
Okay. Beyond the screen, there's networking. The guide suggests telling friends, family, local communities, attending industry events, bridal fairs, community gatherings.
And this leverages that incredible power of trust and word of mouth. Think about it. You're way more likely to try someone new if a friend you trust raves about them, right?
Oh, definitely. A personal recommendation is gold.
So starting with your own circle, maybe offering a small discount to get them talking, that's a natural first step.
And things like bridal fairs. Why are they specifically mentioned?
Because they're hyper-targeted. You've got a room full of people actively looking for exactly the services you offer, often for multiple people, brides, bridesmaids, moms. It's a prime spot for booking packages.
Ah, efficiency.
Yeah, and local community events, farmers markets, school fairs, great for connecting in a more relaxed way. Maybe offer quick demos, mini consults, just chat with people.
But how do you network without sounding like, pushy?
Great question. It's about being genuine. Share your passion, let people know you're there to help them look and feel good. Offer value first. Maybe collaborate with other local businesses, like a boutique, a photographer, an event planner. Cross-referrals can be huge. Build that local ecosystem.
Smart. Okay, third strategy.
Yeah.
Local advertising. The classics, flyers, business cards. But the guide suggests specific places: gyms, coffee shops, community centers, other businesses your target market visits.
Right, and let's analyze why those specific spots. It's strategic. It's about reaching your ideal client where they already are, when they might actually be thinking about self-care or personal improvement.
Like at the gym.
Exactly. Someone finishes a workout, feeling good, maybe thinking about looking good too. They see your flyer for a great haircut or facial. Coffee shops are community hubs. People linger, notice things. Community centers reach a really diverse local crowd.
So it's targeted exposure.
Precisely. You're meeting them where they are, physically and mentally. Maybe partner with those places. Offer their members a discount. It turns a simple flyer drop into something more integrated, leveraging their existing trust. It's often more effective than just general, untargeted ads.
Okay, so marketing's working, you've got clients booking.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the really crucial part. Making sure they have such a great experience, they not only come back, but they tell everyone they know.
Yeah.
Delivering that top-tier service.
Absolutely. This is where loyalty is built. Client retention is ultimately more sustainable than constantly chasing new leads. And in beauty, that whole experience, start to finish, is everything. It's about building relationships.
The guide breaks this down, starting with the initial consultation. It suggests offering a free one to really understand needs, preferences, discuss areas, set clear expectations. Sounds like more than just a quick hello.
Oh, it's way more. That consultation, even if it's brief, is hugely important for satisfaction and managing expectations. It's not a sales pitch, it's like a diagnostic session. You're actively listening, asking smart questions, assessing their hair, skin, whatever.
So you really understand what they want and what's possible.
Exactly. You can discuss what's realistic given their starting point, your skills, their budget. If they bring in a picture, you can talk honestly about whether it'll work for them. This upfront clarity prevents disappointment later and builds massive trust. It shows you care about the outcome.
Like a collaboration.
Precisely. And it's a chance to maybe suggest add-ons, like a treatment, if you genuinely see a need.
Okay, consultation done? Then comes the actual service, professional workmanship. The guide says, ensure your work is completed to a high standard. Use quality products and tools, follow best practices, maintain a clean and hygienic workspace.
This is the core, right? Your reputation is built on the quality of your actual work more than anything else. And that mention of a clean and hygienic workspace, non-negotiable. We talked about hygiene before, but clients notice. A visibly clean, sanitized area immediately puts them at ease. It signals professionalism, respect, safety.
And the quality products and tools again.
Yep, critical investment. They lead to better results, color lasts longer, styles hold better, skin looks healthier. It makes the client feel pampered, like they got their money's worth, and confident the results will last. Following best practices, proper techniques, safety protocols shows your mastery.
So it's not just the end result, but the whole process. Which brings us to customer communication during the service. The guide advises maintaining clear communication, giving updates, seeking feedback, addressing concerns promptly.
Yeah, and this raises a key point. How does talking during the service help? Well, think about it. If a client's wondering about something, is this supposed to feel this way? How much longer? Proactive updates keep them informed and relaxed.
Like narrating the process a bit.
Exactly. Okay, we're letting this process for 10 minutes now, or this next step might feel a bit cool. It reduces anxiety, builds trust. And actively seeking feedback during the service, how does that pressure feel? Are you comfortable? Makes the client feel heard and valued.
Not just waiting till the end to ask if they like it.
Right. And if a concern does pop up, addressing it quickly and calmly, even just acknowledging it, can stop a small issue becoming a big problem or a bad review. It's all about that open, empathetic communication. It turns a service into a relationship.
Okay, beyond the artistry and the client chats, there's the crucial business side of the side hustle. Managing the operations effectively. Our guide gives some really practical tips here, essential for actually scaling up and staying sane.
Yeah, this is the engine room. The long-term success really hinges on getting these administrative and logistical bits right. Good systems free you up to focus on your actual craft.
First up, scheduling and appointments. Avoiding chaos, basically. The guide suggests using tools like Google Calendar or proper booking software, avoiding double bookings, and having clear cancellation policies.
This sounds basic, but wow, the efficiency gain is huge. Especially for a side hustle, your time is gold. Double bookings are just disastrous for your reputation. Using dedicated booking software, there are loads out there: Vagaro, Square Appointments, Gloss Genius, streamlines everything.
Clients can book themselves, see availability.
Exactly. They can often book online 24/7, get automatic reminders, even pay deposits. It saves you so much back and forth. And those clear cancellation policies, absolutely vital.
Why so important?
They protect your time and your income. If someone cancels last minute or just doesn't show up and you don't have a policy, that's income loss that you probably can't recoup. A clear policy, like needing 24 hours notice or charging a fee or keeping a deposit communicated upfront, drastically reduces no-shows and respects your time. Sets professional boundaries.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, next, inventory management. Keeping track of supplies, reordering products. Sounds simple, but running out mid-service would be awful.
The absolute worst. Effective inventory management stops that nightmare scenario. Imagine being halfway through a color job and realizing you're out of developer. Mortifying. Unprofessional.
Yeah, definite panic situation.
So proactive tracking means you always know what you have, what's running low, when to reorder. It also helps manage your cash flow. You don't want too much money tied up in stock that might expire or go out of style, but you also don't want to be making emergency runs to the store and paying retail prices.
Find the balance.
Exactly. Having just enough, minimizing waste, maximizing efficiency, even a simple spreadsheet can work wonders here.
Yeah. And finally, the money part. Billing and payments. Using invoicing software like QuickBooks or FreshBooks, and crucially, agreeing on payment terms before starting.
This is all about professionalism and avoiding awkwardness. Why agree on terms up front? Because it prevents any confusion or disputes later. Everyone knows the price, how you accept payment, credit card, Venmo, cash, and when it's due. Are there cancellation fees? Be clear.
And using invoicing software.
Adds another layer of professionalism, makes tracking payments easy, sends reminders, gives clients a clear record. It seriously simplifies your bookkeeping for tax time, too. Just makes you look and operate like a legitimate, organized business, not just someone doing services for cash on the side. Ensures you get paid properly for your hard work.
Okay, let's be real. Starting any business, even a side hustle, isn't always smooth sailing. There are going to be challenges. Our guide is good because it doesn't ignore these potential bumps in the road. It actually highlights common ones and offers solutions.
Yeah, being aware of potential hurdles is just smart planning. It's not negative, it's realistic. Knowing what might come up lets you prepare, build resilience, and turn those challenges into learning opportunity.
Right. So challenge number one, probably the most common, finding clients. Building a client base can take time. We hear this all the time for new ventures. What's the solution here?
Well, what's interesting is that the solution reinforces what we've already discussed. Focus on networking, local advertising, and providing exceptional service to encourage word-of-mouth referrals.
So consistency is key.
Absolutely. It suggests these aren't just things you do once at the start, they're ongoing efforts. And notice exceptional service is highlighted again. That really is the ultimate client magnet.
Makes sense. Happy clients become walking advertisements.
Exactly. When someone has an amazing experience, you remembered something personal, you went the extra mile, they don't just come back, they tell everyone. That organic referral network is incredibly powerful and basically free marketing. Maybe even implement a referral program. Give both people a little discount. Incentivize it.
Good idea. Okay, challenge two. Managing your workload. Juggling clients, appointments, especially alongside other commitments.
Yeah.
It sounds like a recipe for burnout if you're not careful.
Oh, it definitely can be. Effective time management and organization are critical for a side hustle, particularly one that might take off quickly. The solution mentioned is simple but powerful. Use organizational tools to stay on top of your workload and prioritize tasks effectively.
So, more than just a calendar.
Yeah, maybe dedicated scheduling software again, maybe project management tools for big jobs like weddings, maybe just really disciplined to-do lists. Prioritizing is key client appointments first, then marketing, then admin tasks like ordering supplies. Without structure, it's easy to get overwhelmed, miss things, let service quality slip.
Build systems to support the growth.
Exactly, maybe block scheduling, dedicating specific times just for the side hustle. Down the line, maybe even a virtual assistant for admin stuff if it makes financial sense. Protect your time and energy.
And the third challenge, staying current with trends. The beauty industry changes so fast. New looks, new techniques, new products all the time. The guide says you have to stay updated.
Yeah, this isn't a field where you learn it once and you're set for life. Fashions change, science brings better products, new tech emerges, client tastes evolve. How important is continuous learning? It's absolutely essential to stay relevant and competitive.
So how do you do that?
The solution is ongoing education. Continuously educate yourself through online courses, workshops, and industry publications. Think of this as investing in yourself and your business, not an expense.
Keeps your skills sharp, your services fresh.
Precisely. It lets you confidently offer the latest styles, use the best products safely, meet those evolving client demands. It shows clients you're a dedicated professional at the top of your game. It stops you from becoming outdated. Look for reputable courses, go to trade shows, read industry mags, connect with other pros. It's a must for long-term success.
Okay, so you've launched successfully, you're managing clients well, navigating those challenges. Awesome.
Yeah.
But what does real sustained growth look like? How do you scale this beyond just a small side thing?
Our source gives 3 key strategies for that next level.
Right, this is about moving from just running the hustle to actively, intentionally growing it. Strategic scaling, conscious evolution, maximizing its potential.
Strategy 1. Building an unshakable reputation starts with the basics. Deliver high-quality work and build a strong reputation through positive reviews and word-of-mouth referrals. And then, a clear action. Encourage satisfied clients to leave reviews on online platforms.
And let's talk about those online reviews again. Their impact today is just huge, especially for services like this. People check reviews, Google, Yelp, Facebook, booking sites before they commit. Positive reviews are powerful social proof. They scream trustworthy, skilled, reliable.
More powerful than ads sometimes. Often, yes. Especially that word-of-mouth aspect. A personal recommendation. Still unbeatable. So, the strategy is, do amazing work consistently, then gently ask happy clients to share their experience online. A little reminder email with a direct link can work wonders.
Turn happy clients into active promoters.
Exactly. It creates this amazing positive feedback loop. Great work, great reviews, more clients, more growth, and respond to all reviews, good and bad. Shows you're engaged and care.
Okay, strategy 2, expanding your service offerings. As you get more experience, the guide suggests consider offering additional services like bridal makeup, special occasion styling, or skincare consultations.
This is about smart diversification. If we connect it back, adding complementary services lets you serve existing clients more fully, increases how much they spend with you each visit, and can attract new types of clients.
So instead of just a cut, maybe add color, treatments, styling.
Right. It makes you a one-stop shop for them. But the key question is, how do you decide what new services to add?
Yeah, don't want to spread yourself too thin again.
Exactly. It should align with what the market wants, what your current clients are asking for, and what you're genuinely interested in getting good at. Listen to your clients. Watch industry trends. What skills are you excited to learn? Choose additions that enhance your core offerings or tap into a profitable related niche. Smart evolution.
Makes sense. And strategy 3, amplifying your online presence for growth. We talked about setting it up, but this is about keeping it going and optimizing it. Maintain an active online presence by regularly updating your website and social media. Use SEO strategies to increase your visibility online.
Right, there's a huge difference between just having profiles and actively maintaining and optimizing them. Active means regular, fresh content, new photos, videos, testimonials, maybe special offers, engaging with comments, messages, staying top of mind.
Keeps you relevant.
Yeah.
And SEO, search engine optimization. How does that help a local beauty pro?
SEO is incredibly powerful for local businesses. It helps you show up higher in search results when people nearby are looking for exactly what you offer. Someone searches best balayage my town or mobile manicurist near me.
You want to be on that first page.
Exactly. Good local SEO gets your website or Google business profile seen by people who are already looking to buy. They're highly qualified leads, often coming to you for free. This means optimizing your Google listing, getting Google reviews, using local keywords on your site, making sure your site works well on phones. It connects searchers directly to your booking page. Huge for growth.
You know, sometimes the best way to really see the potential isn't just talking theory, it's looking at real people who've actually done it. Our guide gives 2 really inspiring examples of people who turn their beauty passion into thriving businesses, often starting small, just like we've been discussing.
Yeah, these case studies are great because they show the strategies in action. They prove that with dedication, the right approach, that entrepreneurial spark, you really can grow this from a side project into something really successful and fulfilling.
Okay, let's talk about Emily. She's a licensed cosmetologist who really leaned into the mobile model. The guide says, Emily started offering mobile beauty services to busy professionals and brides. Her personalized approach and attention to detail quickly earned her a loyal client base, and now runs a successful beauty business. Wide range of services.
What's fascinating about Emily is how she specifically targeted those two high-value niches, busy professionals and brides, using the mobile model. That shows real strategic thinking.
Why those two groups?
Busy pros crave convenience. They don't have time for salon visits. Brides want a stress-free wedding day. Having the stylist come to them is huge. Emily's mobile service wasn't just a nice-to-have. It was the perfect solution for their specific needs.
Solved a real problem for them.
Exactly. And then her personalized approach and attention to detail, that's what built the loyalty. It wasn't just convenience, it was quality and care. Clients felt understood. Sure, she probably faced challenges, lugging gear, traffic, lighting issues, but her success shows meticulous planning and focusing on the client experience pays off. Great example of finding a market gap and filling it exceptionally well.
Okay. Then there's John, a self-taught makeup artist, which is interesting. He began offering makeup services for special events and photo shoots. His creativity and professionalism helped him build a thriving business. And then he evolved. John now offers makeup tutorials and online classes.
John's story is powerful because it shows, firstly, that while licensing is crucial where required, exceptional talent, creativity, and professionalism can also carve out a successful path, especially in niches like makeup artistry. Again, checking local rules is vital.
Look.
He focused on events and photo shoots, high-stakes situations where artistry really matters, and built a killer portfolio.
But the teaching part is interesting too.
That's the really inspiring evolution. Going from direct service to educator, it shows how a successful side hustle can branch out into multiple income streams.
Yeah.
How can creativity and professionalism lead to teaching? Well, if you build a strong reputation for amazing, unique work, people don't just want your services, they want your knowledge.
They want to know how you do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It opens doors to teaching workshops, creating online courses, maybe even brand partnerships or product development. John's journey shows how artistic passion plus business smarts can lead to not just income, but real influence and impact. Hashtag, outro.
So wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway for you, our listener? I think this deep dive really shows that beauty services is a side hustle. It's genuinely rewarding. It offers this amazing chance to help people feel great about themselves while also building a really substantial, flexible income. It's that sweet spot of passion and purpose.
Absolutely. It really underscores that it can be a deeply fulfilling path, whether it stays on the side or becomes the main thing. If you carefully identify your niche, commit to that high-quality work every single time, handle the business details diligently, and market yourself smartly, combining digital reach with real connection, you absolutely can turn this passion into something profitable, satisfying, and built to last.
Yeah, the advice threaded through everything we looked at seems pretty clear. Start smart, maybe start small. Be incredibly consistent, keep learning, and just watch it grow from that initial spark into something real.
You know, this whole discussion makes me wonder, beyond the actual services, the haircut, the makeup, the facial, what are those deeper, maybe unspoken needs we're meeting when we help someone look and feel their best?
Interesting question.
Is it about boosting confidence for a big moment? Enabling self-expression, marking a celebration, just that simple joy of feeling pampered and seen? And how does tapping into that deeper human desire, how does that elevate what might start as a side hustle into something truly meaningful, something sustainable, something that creates value way beyond just the price tag?
That is definitely something to mull over as you think about your own next steps.
Yeah.
Whether that's actually picking up a makeup brush or a styling tool yourself, researching that first course, or maybe just appreciating the artistry and care you experience a little more. Until next time, keep diving deep.